I get to the purpose that I have here, first and foremost, we have this all-boys club in New Jersey that has got to end. Here is our entire congressional delegation is male, and I just want you to know I am thrilled that we have a chance to get three women, three great Democratic women. We may all be in different congressional districts, but we are all in this together. Mayor Kovac, who's running for Congress, Amy Belgard, who's running for Congress. I hope that anybody here who feels fiercely and believes in the importance of elevating women to high levels of leadership in this country will support their campaigns. But I will tell you this, my mom is a woman of great wisdom, and I'll never forget on the day that I was being sworn in, on that auspicious day of Halloween, I was going there. One of the last things my mother said before she let go of my hand to go on the floor and to be sworn in by the Vice President is she said to me, "Don't get caught up in all this glitz and glamour down here. Remember why the people in New Jersey sent you down here." And then she squeezed my hand tighter and she said, "Please never forget that the title does not make the man must make the title." I'm telling you right now, far be it from me to correct my mom, but the reality is, in this case, we have an incredible woman from Mercer County who is going to be the woman that makes the title of Congressman. I just want to, again, like many of the great speakers who've already stood up, just want to really express my appreciation for the chairwoman and the county executive of this great county. They have been, really, I want to thank them not just for their leadership, but for their stewardship and for their friendship. They've been two people who've been good and kind to me all throughout my political career that I've known them. And it's great when we elevate people of character to lead us, because they lead not just by the decisions that they make, but by the spirit that they emanate. And I just want us to give one more round of applause for these people. Now look, hour's getting late, and I got two things to do real quick. The first is just a story. I'm glad that you mentioned my athletic prowess. It's for I never tell people that it was the British national championship. I just tell people I am the only national championship basketball player in Congress right now. I failed to show them that in England, a high school JV team from New Jersey could beat us. But over there, I was Michael Jordan. Over here, I am, I don't know, Mike Myers. So, real quick, there's a wonderful story told by a guy who recruited me to play football at Notre Dame named Lou Holtz, where he says that he tells a story that there was this rich man in the South who did not have an heir to his fortune. And so he lined up all these strapping young men in the back of his house to figure out who was going to inherit him. And he had a pool there. And what he did was he told them that any of y'all in this back patio can swim across this pool. It's an Olympic-sized swimming pool. I'll give you anything you want. You got it. My inheritance, anything you want, you got it. And all the guys just got ready. They all got to the edge of the pool, and he pushed the button, and the cover came off the pool. And in the pool, there was piranha and snakes and alligator and a vicious-looking duck too. And he stood there and waited. Nobody moved. And he got frustrated. He goes, "Come on now, swim across the pool. Anything you want, you can have it." Nobody moved. And finally, he just said, "Oh shucks," and he turned around. And as soon as he turned around, he heard this big splash in the pool. And he wheels around to see one of the younger men actually in the pool, thrashing, kicking back alligators, tying up snakes, fighting back piranha, all the while dodging that vicious duck. And then he gets to the edge of the pool, hurls himself out, bloodied and battered. The old man runs over to him and says, "My God, boy, you done did it. It's incredible. Anything you want, you can have it. Anything you want, just tell me, you can have it." And the kid looks up at him and says, all I want is to know who pushed me." Let me tell you something right now. We are all in this room because we believe that life is not easy, nor should it be. Tonight, I'm telling you, a lot of folks, school's starting up, families are home, people are sitting back, keeping their dollars in their pockets, but we are in this room And we've chosen to put ourselves out there. You know how many people in this country, you have friends like that, oh, that's politics, I don't want to be part of it. But you all have made the decision to do what's often unpopular, what's hard, what's difficult, to throw yourself into that pool and say, you know what, there is something worth fighting for. I'm willing to give up my time, I'm willing to give up my energy, I'm willing to give up my effort for a cause greater than myself. I will not just pledge allegiance and sing songs by some rote routine, but when I say those words, liberty and justice for all, it means something. It means that I am committing myself to that cause. We are here in a proud tradition, and don't let anybody tell you that this is about a party. It's not. This is about work. It's about commitment to something bigger. We are Democrats because of our shared ideals, because we believe the American heritage speaks to something. It speaks not to the party of me, but the party of we. It speaks to not exclusion, it speaks to inclusion. It speaks to valuing the dignity of all people, that every child is our responsibility, but our promise, that every senior should have dignity in their elder years. We believe that we are stewards of the environment, not to take advantage of it and spoil it for future generations, but we have a role to play to make sure we can turn it back over. We believe these radical things, that somebody should be able to work a full-time job and not live in poverty. That every person who works a job, whether they're a woman or a man, if they work the same job, we believe they should get the same pay. We believe in this radical thing. Some people talk about, oh, freedom and liberty. Well, we believe that a woman in this country should have the freedom and the liberty to do as she pleases with her body and not have a politician tell them what to do. And this is not an easy course. It's not easy. America has never been easy. Every inch of ground that we have gained has been gained through sacrifice, through sweat, through tears, through blood even. This is our tradition. And so I want to say thank you to everybody here. Because indeed, I know this from serving in Washington only 10 months, that change doesn't come from Washington, it comes to Washington. By committed folks in the grassroots who know that it's not just about one election, that we have to build our party, build our organization, stay at it. We can never yield, we can never give up, we can never hesitate, equivocate, or retreat in the cause of our country. And now I want to tell you, amongst us there are times that we have someone special emerge that is not about some flash and explosions in the night where everybody sits there and goes, oh, look at that. But someone who is a stalwart that constantly works towards a vision, even if that vision is unpopular. Look, I was raised in a small church in Closter, New Jersey. And I've had a chance to study under both Christian mentors and rabbinical mentors. And there's one story that is so appropriate for this gentleman. It's the story about Moses after going through and escaping in Egypt and going through the Red Sea, going through the desert. They get to the Promised Land. Some of you all don't know it, that Moses got to the Promised Land decades before they actually got in. And actually, when he first gets to the Promised Land, he sends 12 scouts into the Promised Land to see what's going on. And one of the saddest days on the Jewish calendar, for those of you who know this, is a day called Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th of Av, which is a sad day because of what happened when those 12 people came back. 10 of those people, this is what was so sad, said, wait a minute, in that valley I see horrors, I see challenges, I see obstacles, I see giants of opposition to what we believe. In fact, if you read the Hebrew, it's beautiful. It says, they see us as grasshoppers. We're so small. Talk about self-esteem. And in fact, we see ourselves, our own self-concept, we see ourselves in the eyes of them as grasshoppers. Those 10 people were the reason why that Moses was cast back out in the desert. How could we have come so far through so many challenges, and then you to be filled with fear and doubt just because suddenly things get hard and difficult? But amidst those 12 people were 2 dissenters who had the courage to stand up and say, wait a minute, I am a person of a mighty vision. Someone help me now. Without vision, the people will what? Somebody.